let's talk about Squid Game. It's not just a show, it's a phenomenon. A violent, gut-wrenching reflection of the real world that forces us to ask uncomfortable questions about morality, desperation, and the systems we live in. Beneath the shocking twists and deadly games lies an ethical minefield. Today, we're peeling back the layers of Squid Game to explore the ethics behind its brutal premise. The story begins with hundreds of participants drowning in debt, desperate for a lifeline. They're approached by a mysterious recruiter who offers them a chance to win a life-changing fortune. All they have to do is participate in a series of games. At first, this doesn't sound so bad. After all, games are supposed to be fun, right? The participants sign a contract, and here's where the ethical problems start to surface. First off, the contract they sign is not legally binding in any way. In fact, it's full of vague language and purposely hides the most critical detail. They could die. Nowhere does it explicitly state that these are lethal games. The contestants walk into the first game completely unaware that a single misstep means execution. Think about that for a moment. Can you truly give informed consent when you don't even know what you're agreeing to? Ethically, this is a major red flag. It's like signing up for a reality TV show and then finding out it's a death match. Let's dig deeper into the concept of consent. On paper, it looks like the participants have a choice. They agree to play the games, and even after witnessing the horrors of the first round, they vote to leave. The rules seem fair. They can walk away if the majority decides to quit. But here's the catch. Consent is meaningless when it's made under coercion. After leaving the games, the participants are thrown back into their real lives, where the crushing weight of debt and hopelessness drives most of them to return. Think about it. Is it truly a choice when you're given only two options? Die slowly under the weight of your financial burdens, or risk dying quickly for a shot at salvation? This isn't freedom, it's exploitation. The organizers prey on their vulnerability, turning their desperation into entertainment for the wealthy VIPs. This mirrors real-world scenarios, where the vulnerable are often forced into dangerous jobs or exploitative situations because they feel like they have no other option. The question becomes, how much agency do you really have when your back is against the wall? Another major ethical issue is the lack of transparency. When the participants first join, they think they're just playing childhood games for money. They have no idea their lives are on the line. The shock and horror on their faces during the first round of red light, green light are telling. They didn't sign up to be slaughtered. If they'd known the truth from the beginning, how many would have agreed to play? This deception undermines any claim the organizers might have about the fairness of the games. How can you call something fair when the players don't even know the rules? The participants of Squid Game aren't just ordinary people. They represent society's most vulnerable. A migrant worker struggling to provide for his family, a man betrayed by a corrupt system, a young woman burdened by her brother's care, and even an elderly man with terminal illness. By design, the games target those who are desperate, those who feel they have nothing left to lose. This raises an uncomfortable ethical question. Is it ever justifiable to exploit someone's vulnerability, even if they agree to it? In many ways, this reflects the real world. Think about sweatshops, dangerous factory jobs, or risky reality TV stunts. Often, it's those at the bottom of the social ladder who are forced to take the greatest risks for the benefit or entertainment of others. One of the core themes of Squid Game is the idea that the games are fair. Everyone starts on equal footing, and the rules are the same for everyone. But is it truly fair? Not all players have the same physical or mental abilities. Strength plays a huge role in games like Tug of War, while others rely on luck or past childhood experiences. This isn't a level playing field. And then there are the manipulative twists. The games often force contestants to betray each other. Alliances crumble, friendships are shattered, and morality takes a back seat to survival. The system manipulates them into becoming ruthless, even if they didn't start that way. This so-called fairness is an illusion, a tool to maintain control and justify the brutality. Perhaps the most gut-wrenching ethical question Squid Game poses is this: what is the cost of survival? As the games progress, contestants are forced to make impossible choices: betray a friend, sacrifice an innocent person, or manipulate others to save themselves. This isn't just about physical survival. It's about the moral and psychological toll of staying alive. Take Sang-woo, for example. He begins as a seemingly decent man, but devolves into a ruthless player, willing to do whatever it takes to win. Is this a reflection of who he truly is, or is it a product of the environment he's trapped in? The games strip away humanity, leaving only raw, animalistic instincts. And here's the uncomfortable part. As viewers, we're drawn to this spectacle. We watch, captivated, as characters grapple with these ethical dilemmas. Finally, let's talk about us, the audience. In Squid Game, the VIPs watch the games for entertainment, betting on lives like they're nothing more than pawns in a game. But how different are we? By watching the show, aren't we participating in a similar spectacle, even if it's fictional? The series forces us to confront our own moral boundaries. Why are we so fascinated by human suffering, whether it's in fiction or reality? And what does that say about us? At its core, Squid Game isn't just a story about survival. It's a commentary on society. It holds a mirror to the systems of power and inequality that govern our lives, forcing us to confront the ethical dilemmas we often ignore. So, what do you think? Are the contestants victims of a cruel system, or do they bear some responsibility for their choices? And by watching shows like Squid Game, are we complicit in the exploitation they depict? This is one debate worth having. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments.